Hey guys, I'm John Setzler. Welcome to Atlanta Grill Company. Summertime's rolling in, peaches are starting to show up. So let's do a drunken peach cobbler and let's cook it on the Alfa wood-fired oven. Let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do to get this cobbler started is I'm going to soak my peaches in some whiskey. So I'm going to put these peaches in a vacuum seal bag, and if you don't have a vacuum sealer, you can just put them in a Ziploc, and then I'm going to toss in, I don't know, maybe a quarter of a cup or so of whiskey or more, and I'm going to vacuum seal that and let that ride in the refrigerator overnight, but you'd want to go for a minimum of about 4 hours on that. So I'm going to get this party started by lighting a fire in my Alfa. I've got several wood splits in here, and I'm just going to get a fire starter lit and let that get hot. Now that my fire's blazing nice and hot, I'm going to move it over to the right side, or to the left side of the oven, and I'm going to let that burn down a bit, and I'm also going to place a fire brick in there to kind of use as a heat shield for this cook, since we're going to be cooking at a lower temperature today. I've got the Alfa stabilized about where I want it, so the first thing I'm going to do is put my iron pan in here with some butter, and we're going to let that butter melt. And while my butter's melting, I'm going to go ahead and get my dry ingredients together. I'm starting out with some self-rising flour, some brown sugar, a little bit of cinnamon, and a little bit of salt. And before I put anything else in there, I'm just going to kind of give that a good mix around. So now to my dry ingredients, I'm going to add my milk, and I've got a little bit of vanilla that we're going to put in there, and I just want to get this completely combined. This is our cobbler batter. And the great thing about a cobbler batter is the base of it is a very simple recipe of a 1-to-1-to-1 ratio of self-rising flour, sugar, you can use white sugar or brown sugar, and milk. And the cinnamon and vanilla is just something I like to add a little extra. Sometimes I like to add other things like lemon zest or maybe even orange zest to this. And what we have here now is our cobbler batter, and it does not have to be completely smooth, but you need to move quickly from here. So what we've got, I've got my melted butter. So the next thing we do is we just pour our cobbler batter into this skillet right on top of that butter. I want to try to make sure I get all of that out of there. And then we're going to add our fruit. I've got those peaches that we had been soaking in the whiskey in the vacuum seal bag overnight, and we're just going to throw these peaches in on top of this. This smells crazy with this whiskey. This is an amazing recipe, guys, and you're going to have to try it. And if you don't like whiskey, you can leave that out, or if you want to try something else that's really good with peaches, try amaretto, which brings an almond. And there's just a little bit of that juice left there, and just for fun, I'm going to sprinkle on a few blueberries on top of that, just because I like blueberries. The blueberries didn't get soaked. This was just a last-minute addition. So now this is ready for the oven. So guys, my Alfa is running between 375 and 400 degrees Fahrenheit. So we're going to toss this cobbler right in here. I'm going to set that on a trivet also, and I may have to turn that pan, and this cook's going to go 45 minutes or so, and we'll be back to have a look. Okay guys, we've been about 40 minutes, and I believe this guy is ready. I want you to have a look at that. We're going to take that out, we're going to let it cool for a bit, and then we're going to tear into it. Okay guys, I've given this thing a little bit of time to cool, so we're gonna dig into that. Man, that looks crazy. I want you to just have a look. So we're gonna get a taste of this. This looks crazy. I want to make sure I get a big hunk of that peach, and it's still actually steaming. I didn't let it cool completely, but let's try that. Guys, that is off the hook. That's crazy. That peach has got a beautiful whiskey flavor. Guys, you're gonna have to give this one a try. Well, let me know what you think. Until next time, this is John Setzler with the Atlanta Grill Company.